Hello, this is Chris Allen. I am your son or daughter's AP Calculus teacher. I had to think of it there. I wanted to give you a quick update on the week of September 14th. So this week we are looking at differentiation, and in particular, this week we move on to the short rules, quote unquote, or shortcuts to differentiation. Last week we looked at the formal definitions. So what I've done here is I've created kind of a pretty involved example here just to kind of illustrate some of the short rules and how effective that they can be. So here you're asked to calculate f prime of pi if f of x is 3x squared plus e to the x plus sine x. First thing we got to realize is that the derivative of the first part of that polynomial is 3x squared, so we can use our constant multiplier rule to pull the 3 out in front of that derivative. And then we're going to use our power rule to find the derivative of x squared, which turns out to be 2x. So the derivative of that first term is going to be 6x. Next, we need to do the derivative of the second term there, which is e to the x. And the cool thing about e to the x is it's literally its own derivative. And then third, we've got a trigonometric function sine x. The derivative of that is cosine x. Therefore, the derivative of f of x is 6x plus e to the x plus cosine x. And finally, therefore, the value of the derivative at pi, when we substitute pi in here, we're going to do 6 times pi plus e to the pi plus cosine pi. Of course, cosine pi is -1, so the derivative here is 6 pi plus e to the pi minus 1. So what the heck does all that mean? So this red graph is the graph of the curve that I had on the last slide, and it turns out that we're trying to focus here right here at this point of tangency, and that would be when x is equal to pi. And if we drop in a tangent line right there, the question that's answered by that f prime of pi is the slope of the tangent line. So the slope of that tangent line would be the irrational number 6 pi plus e to the pi minus 1. So some final thoughts for this week. Number one, we had our first test this week. I do have those graded and in the grade book. If your son or daughter has a 0 on that, that means they have not done that test and they need to get that done. Number two, we had an informational meeting on the Math League competition this week. So if you have, or if your son or daughter has any interest in that, have them see me. And finally, I want to thank you for caring enough to watch my video. Have a great day.